They do? Definitely, yeah.
United States Army State College Recruiting Station and the Penn State Army ROTC. Please stand for the presentation of the colors and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. At this time, please remain standing and sing along to the State High Alma Mater.
Doodle-doodle-doo. Hello, football fans. Welcome to CNET's coverage of Pennsylvania high school football. I'm Jack Flanagan alongside my partner John Colavita. Tonight we have the State College High Little Lions facing the Central Dauphin Rams. And coming into the game, State High is 4-0 on the season. And John, this is an offense that really looks tough to beat so far this season.
I mean, it all runs through freshman phenom, 14-year-old Deontay Sheffy. He's averaging over 10 yards a carry. He's got 7 rushing touchdowns on the year. The kid's a stud. He is 7th in 6A in rushing yards. No other freshman has more than 100 yards. This kid has been going off all season long. I expect much of the same tonight.
And on the other side, Central Dauphin starts the season with 1 win, 3 losses. Not the start they were looking for, but we should mention that in past seasons, Central Dauphin has had some success against State College. What have you seen from these Rams so far this season?
Well, as you mentioned, Jack, Central Dolphins won the last 3 meetings between these two teams and 5 out of the last 8. This team, Central Dauphin, they are going to utilize the run. They have 3 players with 40-plus carries. Not very many passing attempts. Only had 7 last week, but their starting quarterback is injured. That's why they have the backup going in, Travis Lynn. Again, he was 1 for 7 last week. I don't expect to see much out of him. I expect to see they're going to feed Devin Shepard and David Chase the ball all night long.
Coming into this game, both teams obviously want to win, continue the momentum going in further into the season. What are the keys for both teams if they want to come away victorious?
I mean, State College do not change a thing. They're averaging 44 points per game, and they're only allowing 15 points per game. Where on the other side, Central Dauphin, they're going to have to contain Deontay Sheffy. You know, they're going to have to work between that, the 2 quarterback system that State College has. They're going to have to figure that out, especially Finn Fermanak under center and out wide. And they give up 30 points a game, and they only score about 15 as well. So I want to see Central Dauphin just containing against Sheffy, just keeping it close as we go into the half.
Well, it's a beautiful night for high school football here at Memorial Field. When we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would ask you to direct your attention to midfield as we have student athletes from both Central and St. recite a unity and sportsmanship pledge. In the spirit of unity, as we seek to foster a sportsmanlike environment and climate, we offer our respect and attention to our student athletes. Please welcome from Central Sowers and from State College, Kai Kasabowski.
We understand and respect the student character while playing hard. We will respect doing all types of disrespectful behaviors, including language, taunting, and unnecessary physical conflict. We have expectations of our students, our parents, and beyond otherwise. We respect each other, the officials, and all things in attendance. We accept the responsibility and privilege of representing our schools, teams, and community as student athletes. We encourage you to join us in school fair play, unity, and sportsmanship. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam and Kai. Central Dauphin won the coin toss and is elected to receive the football to start tonight's game. State College will be defending the north goal line. Our officials for tonight's game are Phil Saluski, Mark Bennington, Brian Metzger, David Spaziri Jr., and Brian McDonald.
Central Dauphin has elected to receive the ball to begin the game.
I think they just want to get State College off the bandwagon because they know Sheffy's going to be explosive. They might want to just shove it right down their throats in the first drive of the game, build some momentum that way.
The ball is lined up, the kick is off, and we are underway. Harris brings the ball to about the 24-yard line. And we'll get our first opportunity to see this Central Dauphin offense.
Returned by John Harris III. Central Dauphin will start 1st and 10 at the Rams 24.
The Rams going with a bunch formation. One wide receiver out wide.
Chase under center.
Chase in the shotgun. Not the quarterback we were expecting to see from the Rams today. Chase takes it himself to the outside, makes a cut. He's got space on the outside. Chase still going, finally brought down at about the 43-yard line. A good start from the Rams.
Chase, not again, the guy we were not expecting at all to be the quarterback. We thought we were going to see Travis Lynn, and it looks like Central Dauphin's going to go with a Wildcat formation for this game.
The Rams come back in the same formation. This time, Chase will hand it to Shepard. Shepard's brought down for a short gain.
That's what we thought we were going to see, just a heavy dose of Chase and Shepard. Those guys they combined for 40 carries and over 300 yards last week in their win.
The Rams get on the ball quickly. They're sticking with that same formation. One wide receiver out to the right. Chase hands it off to Shepard. He has room on the outside. He'll be brought down at the 40, but there's a flag on the play.
On the carry, Willstone on the tackle, flags on the play.
So far, this Rams running game looks impressive.
It really does. I mean, they're just going to either side. Nothing really can stop them. I mean, we knew that Chase and Shepard were going to be, two tough customers, and State College has yet to find an answer just yet. They're going to have to make some key in-game adjustments.
Let's see what the call is here, but it looks like the ball is going to be going backwards. It'll be holding on Central Dauphin.
Against Central Dauphin.
A few great gains on the ground, but they'll be pushed back here with the penalty. It's now 2nd and about 16.
Ball spotted at the Central Dauphin 36. It's 2nd and 17.
Here's the Rams now. Wide receiver split out to the left. And they continue to get the calls from the sideline after they're already in formation. Shepard will move to the other side of Chase in the backfield. Chase keeps it himself. And he's swallowed up for no gain by the State High defense.
He was wrapped up there by Michael Gall. He saw it the whole way. That was a read option. Chase made the wrong read, and he paid the price for it.
Tackle made by Michael Gall.
So it'll be 3rd and 18 for the Rams. And they have yet to attempt a pass here in the first quarter in their first drive.
I don't think they'll get to 10 pass attempts on the game.
They'll stick in that same shotgun formation. A little bit of an audible here. A lineman changes position. Chase has 2 out wide to his left, 1 to his right.
They just ran out of time.
It'll be a timeout from Central Dauphin.
Timeout.
We've noticed, Jack, through these first couple of plays, Central Dauphin's been getting to the line very quickly with a lot of time left on the play clock, just so they can get those plays from the sideline. And I wonder if we're going to see Travis Lynn at all this game. We can see him number 4 on the sideline. I just don't think that they trust him right now.
Travis Lynn was the quarterback we were expecting to see coming into the game. Also, Kieron Plummer for Central Dauphin has not played recently.
He missed last game with an arm injury.
So coming into this game, we expected to see Travis Lynn, but instead, Central Dauphin has gone with one of their key backs, David Chase, in the backfield. We've seen some good gains from their running attack so far, but they're faced with a 3rd and 18 with just about 9 minutes and change to go in the first quarter.
They might look to their big tight end, Jet Franz. You can see him right next to the right tackle on the near side.
Chase in the shotgun again. Fakes the handoff, takes it himself, and a great play right there to tackle him for a loss.
Michael Gall's 2nd tackle of this series. He's really contained Chase. You saw the first 3 plays. This Central Dauphin offense was really moving. They're moving well. And Michael Gall just stopped Chase twice on that drive, and now they're going to be forced to punt.
It'll be Braden Snyder, the punter. And it's blocked! State High falls on it, and they have great field position. They'll have the ball on the 13-yard line.
What a great way to start this State High team. Owen Yurka, the quarterback, the backup quarterback, who getting his job done on special teams. He's a 3-way guy. He's a strong safety on defense, the backup quarterback on offense. He got in there, made the recovery along with Steven Skortis. And here comes Finn Fermanak for his first series of the game.
As we mentioned pregame, this State High offense has been tough to handle for defenses so far this year. Fermanak's in the gun with 1 running back to his right. He'll look to the sideline for the play.
Hand it off to Sheffy right up the gut, so I'm thinking.
Fermanak, a quick pass to the outside. That was Ty Salazar on the catch, brought down for a short gain.
They didn't go, they tried to go with the quick screen, see if Salazar could break a tackle, dance around some men, make some moves. Couldn't do it.
On the reception, a gain of 1, 2nd down, State College.
Fermanak in the gun again. Sheffy to his right. He drops, dumps it off to Sheffy. Sheffy makes a move. He finds the corner for a touchdown. There is a flag on the play.
Sheffy on the reception, flags down on the play.
Possibly holding on the outside by the wide receiver.
I'm thinking it could be holding. Sheffy had made a couple of nice moves. Let's see what the refs have to say.
Referees talking it over. But it looks like the ball is going to be backwards, and it will. It was holding on the offense. But we saw a little bit of Sheffy's ability to make moves on the outside, something we were looking for pregame.
And again, Sheffy is the best athlete on this field. It's not even close. He's 14 years old. He is going to be fun to watch for the next couple of years.
So here's State High, 2nd and 14 to go. Fermanak in the gun. He takes it himself up the middle and powers his way for a good gain. Stopped at about the 10-yard line. It'll be 3rd and manageable for the Little Lions.
A gain of 6 to the State High.
Yeah, they've yet to give it to Sheffy on the handoff. Yes, he does. He did have that reception that was called back. I'm thinking they go to Michael Gall here in the slot. He had a really nice catch 2 weeks ago.
Fermanak rolls to his left, looking, looking, and he's tackled for a short gain. A great play there by the Central Dauphin defense.
Fermanac, he did what he got, what he was given. He didn't rolled out to his left. Nobody was open. He just ate it, and now they're going to take the points. Central Dauphin, despite their record, they've come out strong, especially on the defensive side.
So it'll be Kazabowski for State High, attempting the field goal. It is up, and it is good. 7:28 left to go in the first quarter. State High on the scoreboard first. 3-0. But a great defensive showing for Central Dauphin there. Their backs pinned up against the wall. Didn't give up the touchdown.
Central Dauphin, they bent, but they did not break. But if you're State College, you've got to be disappointed. You have an explosive offense, one of the best running backs, young running backs in the state, and you just can't punch it in when you get the ball from 13 yards out.
So State High will be kicking to the Rams once again. Coming into this game, Central Dauphin with a 1-3 record to start the season, but so far an impressive showing on both sides of the ball. Weren't able to get much on offense, but they have come out with a little bit of a fire. They know they're playing a great team. Here's the kick from State High. Returned at the 5-yard line. Taken up the field. Harris brought down for a big game, a great start for the Rams on this drive.
On his 2 kick returns, Harris is showing glimpses and flashes of explosiveness. I wouldn't be surprised if he breaks one off in this game. State College is just barely snagging him. He looks like he can juke anybody on this field.
And now we see Travis Lynn at quarterback for the Rams. He'll be in the gun. 2 wide receivers to his right. It'll be Kyle McCullough at running back next to him. He relays the signals to his line. Brings a man in motion. A sweep, cut up the middle, but tackled for no gain. It was David Chase on the run, the former quarterback on the last drive.
Not really much there. Central Dauphin changing up the formation, actually going with your conventional shotgun plays, and State College was all too ready for it. Lots of men on the line blocking, 2 tight ends set. 12 personnel.
Lynn relaying the signals to his receivers. He takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking for a man. He'll put it downfield, and almost brought in by David Chase.
I'll tell you right now, Travis Lynn, that was a really strong throw. David Chase could not bring it in as Brushwood was in coverage. Brushwood had an interception 2 weeks ago against Hollidaysburg.
It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Rams. 6:45 remaining in the first quarter. David Chase remains the feature player on this offense, getting snaps at quarterback, running back, and wide receiver.
You see him in the slot out to the far side right here.
Lynn takes the snap, fakes the handoff, moves around in the pocket, and he's brought down for a loss. A great play by the State High defensive line to bring down the quarterback.
That was Steven Skortis, the man who plays both ways, a tight end on offense, a D end on defense. He got pressure, and that was a really nice job, though, by Lynn to scamper out of the way of that, but Skortis got him in the end.
So the Rams will punt for the 2nd straight drive to start the game. The punt is away. It'll be Salazar on the return. He makes one man miss, reverses field, cuts up the middle. Did a lot of work there for a good gain. And State High will get good field position again.
Ty Salazar dancing all over the field. State High with their second time having good field position in as many drives, but this is their first play in their own territory.
So it'll be the Little Lions now coming onto the field. Finn Firmanek at quarterback. Out wide now. And this is something that we talked about pregame, the versatility of this offense.
Look for Firmanek to run a streak. That's what he did against Hollidaysburg 2 weeks ago. Got a touchdown off of it.
Owen Yurka at quarterback. He takes the snap, and there is a flag. It looked like Yurka was about to run that himself up the middle, but there is a flag.
Looked to me like it was false start.
Here's the call from the referee, and it was a false start. So on their second drive, the first play, the Little Lions go backwards a little bit. It'll remain first down, 15 yards to go, and Yurka is still in at quarterback. All alone there in the backfield. 2 men to his right, 2 to his left. He takes it up the middle, and he'll be brought down for a gain of 3.
You saw right there Xander Tolan. He was moving in as the weak side linebacker, moved in a little bit, and you saw he telegraphed his blitz, but it worked out for Central Dauphin. 2nd and long.
So here's Yurka. The Little Lions come out in the same formation. He brings a man in motion. And a look to the sideline for the calls.
I'm really surprised we haven't seen a handoff to Sheffy.
Sheffy next to Yurka in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's a give to Sheffy, but he'll be brought down for no gain. A great play right there by the defensive line of the Rams.
It is early on. We're only 7 minutes into the first quarter, but Jack, this is not the State College team we saw 2 weeks ago and the team that we have seen this whole season. They're not moving the ball with authority. They're not imposing their will on Central Dauphin, and they're going to have to do something quick because when you let a team like Central Dauphin hang around, they think they can beat you.
Yurka in the shotgun. Sheffy to his right. He fakes the handoff. It'll be a screen to Sheffy. And Sheffy's got some room to run. Sheffy up the middle. First down and more for the freshman standout running back.
Nice little catch and run for about 20 yards for Deontay Sheffy, and there it is. There is his explosiveness. He's getting his team even closer now into plus territory.
And there is a player down on the field.
That's a state high first down.
Not sure who it is. We'll take this opportunity to take our first break. State High up 3-0 here in the first quarter. back here at Memorial Field. The player that was injured was the great freshman running back, Deontay Sheffy. We hope he's all right. The Little Lions have the ball here at the 29-yard line. Yurka in the gun. He'll take it himself, and he'll be tackled for a loss. Looked like some miscommunication there from the Little Lions, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Sam Sowers on the sack. He got to the backfield. He's a guy that we knew was going to make an impact, and I think this may be a low-scoring affair. You got Will Stone in at running back. We saw him 2 weeks ago break off a 58-yard run that did get called back. He's a senior. He's experienced. He's been around a little bit. But Furmanak looks like he's coming back in at QB.
It is Furmanak at quarterback. Yurka now moves to running back next to him. There in the gun, 2 tight ends to the left. Fakes the pitch to the outside. Takes it up the middle himself. Short gain for Furmanak. Will set up a 3rd and 9.
Furmanak just getting back to the original line of scrimmage. And you got to wonder, State College has to be in shambles thinking about what plays to bring up. I mean, usually Sheffy isn't off the field till the game is in hand. This could be a tight one. No running clock in this game.
Furmanak in the gun. Yurka to his left. He drops back. Fires to the right. It's tipped up and intercepted by the Rams. Dante Nastasi, the wide receiver, tipped it up to himself, and the corner for the Rams comes away with it. A big play for Central Dauphin.
That hurts. Dante Nastasi outside of Finn Furmanak, who is throwing the football to him. He is the best receiver for State College, and you think he'd have some hands on him. He let it drop, and now Central Dauphin, they have all the momentum as they start at the 25.
Big play there for the Central Dauphin defense. Their offense will try to carry on that momentum. It's Lynn at quarterback. In the gun with 2 receivers to his right.
You'd love to see Justin Castro, Dixon, or Sam Mayer break through the line on one of these plays.
Man comes in motion, fakes the jet sweep, breaks 1 tackle, breaks another, but finally brought down for no gain.
You saw Travis Lynn bounce off of Will Stone, but Cooper Brushwood was able to bring him down. And when we were here 2 weeks ago, Jack, we saw that State College got to the backfield many times. They had about 6 sacks or 6 tackles for loss in that game, and they're going to have to do that here to be successful, especially with the 355-pounder in Justin Castro Dixon.
Lynn relays the signals to his offensive line. Takes the snap, hands it up the middle. Kyle McCullough on the run. Gain of about 9. It'll be 3rd and short for the Rams.
You saw McCullough dragging 2 State College defenders with him as he tried to cut upfield, and he just shows the power back. Really, that Central Dauphin has 3 guys running the ball that they can trust.
Lynn in the shotgun again. This time with 2 backs in the backfield. 1 man out wide. He hands it off. But he's tackled for a loss. It was Devin Shepard on the run. But the State High defense stops him for no gain. And it'll be 4th and short.
I mean, that's beautiful. You see Central Dauphin come up to the line with basically 7 offensive linemen, to those 2 tight ends acting as extra offensive linemen right there, and State College still able to break for the backfield and tackle the runner for no gain.
And it looks like the Rams will opt to punt here. Here's the kick. A low one. Salazar receives it. Takes it up the sideline. Hit late on the sideline, and there's multiple flags.
This is a rivalry game if I ever saw one. These 2 teams, they have a history. You know, it's almost like Patriots, Dolphins, where you see teams in the same conference. One team may clearly be better than the other on paper, but you're not seeing that play out on the field.
A lot of pushing and shoving on that Rams sideline, but the Little Lions run back to their end of the field.
Now, if I'm State College, I maybe go a little bit of Michael Jordan, The Last Dance on it, and I took that one personally.
Let's see what these flags are all about.
Could we have offsetting penalties, or is it just late hit on Central Dauphin?
A good return by Salazar on the punt, but it could be increased with this penalty here. We'll see what team it's on. But we've seen a lot of pushing and shoving tonight. These teams clearly don't like each other. Both think they're going to win this game. Waiting on the call.
So he was pushed out of bounds at the 45, and it's going to be on Central Dauphin to move it up 10 yards. Or 15. 10 yards.
So it'll be a personal foul on Central Dauphin for that late hit on the sideline. And Central Dauphin, State High will get the ball here in great field position.
Most of the game is pretty much all the game has been played on this half of the field.
Fermanak throws it out wide, and it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous pass right there. You see David Chase, who is the running back on offense, being the corner out there on defense. He almost jumped that pass from Fermanak. He's lucky it wasn't picked off.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Little Lions. We've seen a little bit of everything from the Little Lions offense today. Some run, some pass, but have yet to find the end zone. Fermanak in the gun. Brings a man in motion. Hands it up the middle. A first down and more for the Little Lions.
Matt Wall on the carry for State College.
A great run right there by Matt Wall. And we weren't sure who was going to get the bulk of the carries when Sheffy went down, but a great run right there.
It'll be a mix of Matt Wall. I wouldn't be surprised to see John Scott mixed in there, and maybe a heavy dose of Will Stone. But Matt Wall getting the carries out of the second team right now.
Fermanak in the gun. Takes it himself. Pitches it out wide. Salazar takes it down the sideline for another first down.
Nice gain of 18 yards. Almost had one of those X plays we love to talk about. And now State College is in the red zone.
This is the State High offense we're used to seeing. Pushing the ball downfield, threatening to score. It'll be 1st and goal.
Look for Gall in the slot out to the far side. Might want to see Nastasi as well run a slant as he's wide to the near side.
Fermanak fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, tosses it to a man in the back of the end zone. It's a touchdown. Gall.
Michael Gall, you saw it from the slot. He went right back 9 yards deep, made a cut towards the outside, and right there, Finn Fermanak hit him for a touchdown, and State College leads 9-zip.
Well, John, you predicted it. That was the man you were looking for at the goal line. That's the man they went with. A great drive right there from the Little Lions, and they'll attempt the extra point. Kazabowski kicks, and it is good.
Kazabowski's extra point is good.
At the end of the first quarter, State High with 10 points, Central Dauphin with nothing. We'll take another break right here on CNET. When we come back, 2nd quarter action here at Memorial Field.
Marine Corps from August of 2015 through May of 2020 as a basic finance technician with an overseas tour in Okinawa, Japan. We are proud to welcome her to Memorial Field and are so very grateful for your many years of service to our nation. Please join us in offering a warm Memorial Field welcome and thank you to Sergeant Victoria Ann Samola, a true hometown hero.
Welcome back to Memorial Field. Second quarter action here on CNET. State High struggled to find the end zone in the beginning of the first quarter, but ended it with a great drive right there, capped off with a Finn Fermanek pass. And they'll be kicking away here. Taken to the 5-yard line, but it's dropped. The ball is rolling. And it looks like the Rams recovered, but a scary play right there for Central Dauphin.
Looked like a grease pig. You saw Devin Shepard right there. He dropped the football. He let it run right through his hands, and the other man picked it up. And then Central Dauphin's lucky because State College would have had another possession that started in the red zone.
So Central Dauphin will get the ball here at their own 19-yard line. Lynn's in the shotgun. Two backs to his right. One man out wide, also to his right. And they're backed up in their own territory. Lynn hands it up the middle. Chase on the carry. He'll get the first down.
That was an easy 10 yards for David Chase. Got right up in there, an easy, first down to first down for Central Dauphin. See if they can continue moving the football.
Chase continues to be the feature player in this Rams offense. Now he'll go out wide in the slot. Lynn in the backfield with McCullough to his right. He'll hand it off. McCullough runs to the outside, but he's brought down in the backfield.
Kyle McCullough on the carry for Central Dauphin. No
Looked like Elijah Espinoza on the stop. First time we've said his name all night. He's making his presence felt. But I want to look at Owen Yurka over the top as the safety. He's only playing about 6 yards, 6, 7, 8 yards off the line of scrimmage, not playing deep, not really trusting the arm of Travis Lynn.
That's State High defense daring the Rams to throw the ball downfield. Lynn drops back to throw, but there is a flag on the play. And it'll be a false start on the offense.
I can almost liken this to a baseball game, Jack, where your outfielders are playing shallow, just daring the opposition to hit it over their heads. Travis Lynn really hasn't shown that he can throw the ball past Yurka, and he's not giving him any respect.
It'll bring up second and 15 for the
Second and 15 now for the Rams. Lynn in the backfield.
Looks like a blitz. 5 men on the line of scrimmage.
Both teams with a lot of men on the line of scrimmage. Lynn takes the snap, hands it off to Chase. And Chase is brought down barely at the line of scrimmage. Short gain, and it'll be 3rd and long.
John Scott on the tackle doing his patented push-up celebration, and now it's a 3rd and long.
We haven't seen the Rams attempt many passes here tonight, but this is certainly an opportunity to do so.
I think we've just seen 1 or 2 all night.
They make a little bit of an audible here, moving a lineman to the other side of the ball. And we have a whistle. It'll be a timeout by State High. 10-0 State College here in the second quarter. We'll be right back at Memorial Field. We're back here on CNET at Memorial Field. State High with a 10-0 lead. Central Dauphin faced with a 3rd and long. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Motion, a little bit of trickery here, a fake reverse. Mateo Crummel on the carry there. Nifty play from the Rams offense. It looks like he'll be close to a first down, 4th and short.
I don't think he quite picked it up. I think he's like he's 2 yards short.
4th down, Central Dauphin.
This is the 2nd time now the Rams have been faced with a 4th and short. The first time they opted to punt. Looks as if they're going to go in that direction again.
They're playing the game at field position, not wanting to take any risks.
So here's the punt. High and long down the sideline. It takes a Central Dauphin bounce. And it's down at the 1-yard line. So Central Dauphin decides to play the field position game, as you mentioned, and they get a great punt there.
Really nice punt. You know, it was a wobbler off the kick, and it just continued to roll and roll and roll. And good job by the Central Dauphin special teams unit to down it inside the 1.
So State High's offense will be in a tough situation here. Ball at the 1-yard line. We've only seen both of these offenses run from the shotgun so far. It'll be interesting to see if their offense decides to switch it up. Dangerous territory now. Furmanek at quarterback. It looks like they're in a wedge. They're going to try and move the ball straight forward. And they do. A 4-yard gain right there. A smart play from the State High offense, backed up in their own territory.
Jack, do you see who's back on the field? Big old number 7.
The freshman Deontay Sheffy is back on the field at running back. Suffered what looks like a scary injury earlier in the game, but it's good to see him back.
Might have just gotten a stinger. Maybe playing through the pain. Whatever it is, the kid's a gamer.
Furmanek in the gun. Sheffy to his left. He'll hand it off to Sheffy. Sheffy's got some room to run. Bounces it to the outside. Makes multiple men miss. Down at the 20. There is a flag on the play.
Deontay Sheffy on the carry.
This could be another big play of Deontay Sheffy's that just gets negated by a penalty.
We have seen some big runs from Sheffy so far tonight that have been called back. Both offenses making some mistakes, holding, false starts that have brought back some big plays.
State College has had 4 drives, and if this is on the Little Lions, which it looks like it is, this will be the 3rd out of the 4th drive they've had a penalty.
So State High did a great job to get that ball off the goal line, but here they are again, backed up in their own territory.
At the 3, it is 2nd and 8, State High.
Furmanek comes out in the gun. Sheffy to his right, 2 tight ends to his left. He fakes the handoff, drops back, heaves it downfield. Overthrown. Nastasi, the wide receiver on the play.
Furmanek was hit as he threw the football, and he just threw it a couple of yards out of the reach of Dante Nastasi. And now you're faced with a 3rd and long, deep in your own territory. You've got to get some kind of movement of the football. Even if you do have to punt, you don't want your punter punting from 9 yards deep.
So this State High offense faced with a 3rd and 8 on the 3-yard line. Furmanek in the gun. Pitches it out wide to Nastasi. Nastasi goes down the sideline. He'll pick up the first down. A great play right there from the Little Lions offense. They scratch where it itches and get the first down.
I love that play call right there by Matt Linthal. You know, you don't really try to do too much. Just throw it out wide to one of your best playmakers. And Nastasi did what he does best and got the first down.
Furmanek gives it to Sheffy. Sheffy dances through the middle of the line. Brought down for a short gain.
Sheffy hasn't been able to break away yet for a big run. I'm sure it's coming. You can't contain Deontay Sheffy for very long, but this is what we talked about in the pregame. Central Dauphin is containing Sheffy. They are down by 10, but those points will come if they just continue to pound.
Fermanak in the gun. Gives it to Sheffy again. Sheffy on the outside. He'll pick up another Little Lions first down, and this offense is starting to get rolling.
We're nearing the halfway point in the second quarter, and this is really the first time that I've seen that State College is moving the ball with authority, moving it frequently, not relying on penalties or Central Dauphin mistakes.
Two tight ends to Fermanak's right. A formation they love. They love to have those big-bodied tight ends in the backfield to create some extra blockers for this potent running game.
Look out for Gall in the slot.
Fermanak hands to Sheffy again. Sheffy will go up the middle for about 5 yards. And this is really State High's bread and butter here, this running game. We didn't see much of it in the first quarter, but now they're getting back to what they do best.
And this can be demoralizing for your defense. You know, we're not even halfway through the game, and Deontay Sheffy imposing his will. Hasn't broken off that huge run. As I said, it's definitely going to happen later on in this game. But Central Dauphin just needs to keep on grinding, contain him. They've done it for most of this game. Just on this drive, it hasn't worked out so well.
Central Dauphin defense leaving the middle of the line wide open with only 3 men on the line. Fermanak keeps it himself. He'll roll to his left, dumps it off to his tight end. It'll be a first down and more for the Little Lions. Steven Skortis on the catch. A nice play right there from State High.
Little naked bootleg out to the far side. He had Skortis running with, he had a defender who was in the QB spy. He was running with him, and he couldn't decide whether to go sack Fermanak or cover Skortis. He made the wrong decision. Fermanak waited for the defender to make his move, and then he pounced, chucked it over to Skortis, got the first down.
State High set up that play with the runs they've been sending up the middle all night. Here's Fermanak in the gun. He'll hand it off. Another short gain right there for Sheffy. And this Central Dauphin defense, they are hanging on tough. We haven't seen the Little Lions break off any big runs yet tonight.
Defense can only get you so far. Central Dauphin down by 10. You know, we're getting later in the first half. They're going to have to put something to give them some kind of momentum. You got to stop State College here, get some points.
So State College passes midfield, and the clock is running. Fermanak will roll to his right. He'll keep it himself. He pitches it to the outside at the last second. A heads-up play right there from the quarterback. He may have been across the line of scrimmage. There is a flag on the play.
You see Fermanak fleeting his case. It does look like he threw the ball in front of the line of scrimmage.
It looked like a design pass play with the quarterback rolling out to his right. And he was over the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball. It looked as though he had decided to run, and at the last second saw his slot receiver and dumped it off. So it'll be 2nd and 12 here for State High. Long drive now. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And the Little Lions are looking to add to their already 10-point lead.
We've seen this formation a little bit more in recent downs. You see 2 receivers, one behind the other to the near side. And then you see Salazar once again take his place out wide to the far side.
Sheffy to Fermanak's right. They'll fake the run. Fermanak rolls to his right. He's going to keep it himself. A tough run right there by the quarterback. Gain of about 8. It'll be 3rd and short.
Sam Sowers taking Fermanak down from behind. A little bit of a blindside hit there. No penalty, obviously. Fermanak across the line of scrimmage turned into a runner, but that's got to hurt. And especially a defense, if they can lay your quarterback out. We saw it against Penn State and Auburn last week. They will.
Firmanek in the gun. Gives it off to Sheffy. He runs to the outside. First down and more for the freshman. He's stopped at the 30, and this offense is rolling.
Now this is a grueling drive that offenses love to have, especially near the end of the half. The time of possession has got to be very much in State High's favor. And I would say they're going to keep it on the ground, keep the clock moving.
So here's the State High offense in that familiar formation. Getting the calls from their sideline. Sheffy moves to the left side of the quarterback. Firmanek in the gun. He gives it off to Sheffy. Sheffy is stopped for no gain. The Central Dauphin defense, one play, they'll give up 20 yards. The next, they'll tackle you for a loss.
It's hot and cold. They haven't been consistent. They looked really good over the first couple of plays in the first quarter. And here, just State College just showing that they're the better team, outlasting them. And Michael Gall wide open in the slot. There goes Shepard.
Firmanek in the gun. He drops back to throw. He dumps it off to Sheffy. Incomplete, says the referee. Sheffy had to dive to make a play on that ball, but it'll be incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Another big third down for State College. We've seen them convert 3 of these on this drive. This play, they've got to have run almost 12 plays already in this drive. Wish I could have kept track of that.
Double-digit plays so far here for the Little Lions. Big play right here. 3rd and 10. Ball at the Rams' 30-yard line. Firmanek in the gun. He'll drop back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back, Sheffy. Sheffy shifts to the inside, but tackled for a short gain. It'll be 4th and 5.
I believe they are in field goal range, but I may keep the offense out there. I trust Deontay Sheffy to pick up 5 yards. He came into the day averaging 10 per carry. Handed off to him. It looks like they're keeping the offense on the field for 4th down.
The offense will stay on the field here. Big play in this game so far. Firmanek in the gun. He drops back. Gives it to Sheffy again, and Sheffy picks up the first down. The Central Dauphin defense sends a blitz, but the State High offense replaces with a nice short pass, and it'll be 1st down.
And they are in the red zone. As we approach 2 minutes left to play in the half, I mean, State High has just pretty much dominated this entire quarter.
State High has had the ball for what seems like the entire quarter so far, and they're threatening to score. Firmanek brings a man in motion. Fakes the handoff, pitches it out wide. It's Nastasi. He makes a man miss on the outside, and he'll pick up 9 with a nifty move there.
Make no mistake, Dante Nastasi just broke some ankles on that play, but we've seen it a million times in this game. It's screen after screen after screen.
State High certainly has the athletes on the outside to make some plays, and the Little Lions are sticking with that short passing game, and it's working.
You know what we haven't seen much of in this game, in this first half? We haven't seen much of Owen Yurka, not on the offensive side.
Firmanek rolls to his right. Looks for a man, fires. Wide receiver reaches for the end zone. He's just a yard short. It was Ty Salazar on the play. A little bit of an out route there. Reached for the pylon. Just missed it. There is a flag on the play, however.
Just seems like every time State College breaks off a nice play, there is a penalty marker down.
Not the first time we've seen a penalty on a big play.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
It'll be an ineligible receiver downfield for State High. And they'll be backed up to now 2nd and 7 to go.
State High has 5 penalties in the first half, where Central Dauphin only has 3.
Firmanek gets the calls from the sideline. 1:50 to go here before the half. Firmanek rolls to his right, looking for a man. He heaves it to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. A great play right there by the Central Dauphin defense. It looked like there was a man open in the end zone, but it falls to the ground, incomplete.
That was David Chase on the pass deflection. You saw Firmanek roll out to his right. He kind of telegraphed the play. His eyes were always downfield. Salazar was in the back of the end zone, just saw him the whole way, and David Chase, good instincts, knocked it away.
So far tonight on these state high passing plays, Firmanek makes the most out of his time outside of the pocket. Likes to run outside of the pocket to make some plays. He'll be faced with a 3rd and 8 here. He takes the snap, dumps it outside to Sheffy. Sheffy cuts inside, but he's gang tackled right there by the Rams defense. A big 3rd and 8 there, and the Central Dauphin defense delivers. It'll be 4th and a little over 6 yards to go.
State College will take the 3.
State High brings out their kicking team. Clock is ticking, just over 1 minute to go. And we have whistles on the field.
Timeout, Central Dauphin.
It'll be a timeout from the Rams defense. So 1 minute to go here in the first half. State High finds themselves up 10-0, looking to add more points on the board. You're watching Pennsylvania High School football here on CNET. We're back here at Memorial Field. The kicking team for State High to attempt this field goal. Here's the snap, the kick, and it is good. A big kick right there from State High to go up 13-0. And we've seen so far tonight, this Central Dauphin defense, they'll bend, but they don't break.
That was a really, really long drive, upwards of 8 minutes, probably over 15 plays. And State College, they worked hard. They almost got it through, but they had to settle for the 3. But they are leading 13-zip as we potentially head into the half. But if I was Central Dauphin, I would have taken that timeout as soon as they stopped State College on that 3rd down play that did set up the field goal. That would have given them a couple of extra seconds. But you said that you thought that State College maybe should have gone for that there.
Well, it was a tough call right there. It was a long field goal opportunity, but it was put right through the uprights. And now for Central Dauphin, just under a minute to go. They only have 2 first downs so far tonight. It'll be interesting to see what their approach is here, down 13 points.
The State College defense really showing out tonight, especially Michael Gall.
Here's the kick. Taken at the 5-yard line. Brought up field by Devin Shepard, and there is a flag on the play.
Devin Shepard returns.
Could it be shot block, maybe a legal block at the back?
To the 20-yard line. Tackle made by Owen Yorka. Penalty flags are down.
We'll wait for the call from the field.
They are going to back it up. It is on Central Dauphin.
Central Dauphin still scoreless tonight, and this is not what they wanted to start this drive. It'll be a chop block on the offense. And now the Rams are backed up to their own 10-yard line with 53 seconds to go.
Got to go 90 yards with only one timeout remaining.
So Travis is in the gun. Just one wide receiver to his left. He'll bring him in motion. Gives it off to him on the sweep. And he's tackled for a short gain. Mateo Crummel on the carry. And this clock is ticking. Central Dauphin might just head into the locker room down 13.
I was going to say, they're not trying to be aggressive. I think that they're just not going to risk maybe a turnover. They've had 2 turnovers deep in their own territory. They don't want another score. You don't want to be down by 3 possessions heading into the half.
Lynn in the gun again. 2 wide receivers to his left. The clock continues to tick. Lynn brings a man in motion, gives him the ball. He cuts it upfield. It's David Chase for a gain of about 6. And that will send us to halftime. State High goes into halftime 13-0. You're watching high school football here on CNET from Memorial Field.
Is the end of the first half with your score: State College 13, Central Dauphin nothing.
Yeah. Halftime here from Memorial Field. State High Little Lions are up 13-0. Saw a little bit of everything from the State High offense so far. Expected to see a heavy dose of runs for Deontay Sheffy. He went down with what looked like a scary injury, but came back in the second quarter and was able to pick up some big yards for State High.
Doesn't look like State College is utilizing him as much as they have in games past. I think they know that Central Dauphin is going to key on him throughout this contest. He didn't get his first carry till the 3rd drive of the game for State College. But what I've liked most from them is what I've seen from Michael Gall on both sides of the ball. He did have that receiving touchdown from the arm of Finn Furmanek, and he had 2 really nice tackles on defense of David Chase, saving a couple of big runs, and David Chase really has been that factor for Central Dauphin.
And on the defensive side of the ball for Central Dauphin, State High has had plenty of times to score touchdowns, but yet the score remains 13-0. This Central Dauphin defense, they bend, they don't break. We've seen some great plays from them on 3rd downs. This could be a more lopsided game if it wasn't for their defense playing so well in the red zone.
The main guy on the defense for Central Dauphin, it's been Sam Sowers all night long. He's really made his presence felt up front. He's that linebacker who's going to blitz you. He can be in coverage. He's a great run stopper. I've seen a lot from him that's been positive. The one thing I want to see from Central Dauphin out of the gate in the second half is Jet Franz. He came into the game with 6.5 sacks through 4 games, which is 5th in the entire state of Pennsylvania. He's been quiet tonight. I want to see him show up the next half.
On the offensive side of the ball for Central Dauphin, it's been David Chase. We've seen him at quarterback. We've seen him at running back. We've seen him at wide receiver. Their offensive attack has been a little bit unbalanced. They haven't really been able to get a lot going tonight, but he's having a good game.
I mean, to start the game, we were perplexed. We saw a wildcat formation. David Chase, as you said, as the quarterback, handing it off to Shepard and taking it himself. But I kind of like what I've seen from Travis. Like, he's made the right decisions. Hasn't really made any detrimental mistakes, but Central Dauphin hasn't really been able to move the ball. But they have put a lot of guys on the line. I do like that because we know that State College can get to that backfield. A lot of guys, 2 tight end set, 12 personnel. I wonder what they're going to do with that moving forward.
13-0 here at halftime. State High has gotten off to a good lead. Their defense is playing well. Their offense looks to be humming. When we come back, we'll have second half action here from Memorial Field.
Carlson on trumpet. Here is Okumbaturo. Our next selection will feature Adam Holliker and Abby Jones on trumpet, Luke Raganese on trombone, and Ashley Gardner on mellophone. Also featuring Senior Silks, Ava Babcock, Mia Hai, and Ian Singh. From the 2021 Pixar movie Encanto, here is We Don't Talk About Bruno. Closing out tonight's performance, we feature Arlen Nicholas on trombone. Here is Malagania. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The State College Area High School Marching Band is directed by Paul Leskowitz, with assistance to the director, Matthew Nelson Esquire, and production instructors by Chuck and Spencer McKee. Major instructors are Matt and Mary Freeman. Dancing advisor is Sean Day. Search advisor is Emily Bergenberg. The leadership is provided by drum major Ryan Snyder and assistant drum majors Baxter and Ireland.
We would like to thank our corporate sponsors for supporting State High football. Truist Bank, Jersey Shore State Bank, Jersey Shore United Insurance Solutions, Jersey Shore Mortgage Services, Remax Center Realty, Big Rock Paving, Walmart on North Atherton Street, Sheets, Mind Body Art School of Dance, Penn State Federal Credit Union, and Rita's Italian Ice. We would also like to thank the following supporters of the State College football program: Todd Judd Photography, and Cool Transportation for support for our tailgate event. We would also like to thank the following food suppliers for supporting our team with healthy meals. Brothers Pizza on Hamilton Avenue, Bonfire Barbecue, Sean's Catering, and Troy's Subs. The State College Football Booster Club would also like to give a special thank you to our State College custodial support here at Memorial Field. Thank you, Dave, for your commitment to providing excellent support of our sports complex and of the fans and athletes that play at Memorial Field. We would also like to thank the Memorial Field grounds crew, led by Chad Todd, for their efforts in preparing our fields for play tonight, and the grounds around the district all year long. The Booster Club would also like to thank all of our families, friends, and alumni who donated and helped to raise funds to support the football program in providing meals, snacks, refreshments, equipment, camps, and gear for the program. Go State! Fans, the fall sports schedule is underway, and you can enjoy many of their home events over the next week at our various district venues. The boys and girls cross-country teams will head to the PIAA Foundation Meet tomorrow in Hershey as they have reached the midway point of their seasons. Fresh off their first win at Cumberland Valley yesterday, and the first time the Little Lions have defeated the Eagles on the road in 8 years, the State High field hockey team will return home on Tuesday, hosting Newport here at Memorial Field at 6:30 p.m. The girls volleyball team knocked off Central Dauphin on Wednesday night and will return home in 2 weeks when they host the State College Invitational on Saturday, October 8th at the North Gym. The State College girls soccer team returns home to the North Turf Field on Monday when they play host to the Cumberland Valley Eagles. The State High boys soccer team will be home twice this week when Redland comes to town on Wednesday to the North Turf Field, followed by the Cedar Cliff game on Friday, September 30th, also at the North Turf Field. The State College football team continues its season next week, traveling to Central Dauphin East for a 7 p.m. kickoff. The girls tennis team remained undefeated today with a win over Central Dauphin and will wrap up its regular season on the road next week. And the boys and girls golf teams both continue with district and league playoffs. We hope that you can get out to cheer on our Little Lions teams as the fall seasons continue over the next week. Fans, just a reminder to visit the Galen Drivelvis Plaza and the Larry Beans concession stand for all your game time concession needs. The new menu includes hot dogs, hamburgers, popcorn, cookies, candy, soft drinks, and the newly featured Lion Bar, a delicious boost of State College pride. Be sure to check it out and enjoy one of the newest features of Memorial Field. As a reminder, we would ask that you help us leave our grounds better than when we found them by placing all trash and waste in the garbage cans located throughout the stands. We thank you for policing your area and disposing of all trash.
Welcome back to Memorial Field. Jack Flanagan alongside John Colavita. State High with a 13-0 lead here going into the second half. A lot of good things for both teams, a lot of things to work on from the first half. What did you see so far, and what do you want to see in the second half from Central Dauphin to jump back into this game?
State College did not have as dominant of a first half as we thought we were going to see out of them. We thought this game may be a blowout coming into it, but Central Dauphin's defense has looked really strong. But that last drive, they got tired out. You know, that long incremental drive, but it did end in a field goal. They're only down by 13. 2-possession game, that's nothing. That's nothing in high school football. It can change at a drop of a hat. State College does have the momentum right now because their defense has really been penetrating into the backfield the whole game. But I want to see Finn Furmanek, the quarterback for State College. I want to see him make better decisions. And that interception was not his fault. It went right off Nastasi's hands. But I want to see him throw some down the field, hit Michael Gall in stride.
So the Little Lions will start the second half with the ball. They'll receive the kick.
State College will receive the second
Rushwood and
half
Nastasi
kickoff.
are back
The
deep.
Little Lions will defend the south end zone.
And the State High Little Lions will try to add to their lead here in the beginning of the second half. It's a cool, chilly night here in State College rather. And the second half is underway. A booming kick into the back of the end zone for a touchback.
First touchback we've seen, and you mentioned the weather, Jack. This is football weather. Fall started yesterday. It's time to get going. It's starting to getting colder. Sun's going to start setting earlier. That's when you know it's time for the gridiron.
Football weather and a great game tonight. Two teams playing tough. Two conference opponents trying to come away with a victory.
I mentioned before the broadcast, this could be a trap game for State College. They came in 4-0, and Central Dauphin came in 1-3. And maybe State College treated this game like a pushover game, and you can't treat teams like they're easy. Got to go all out, 100% versus whoever you're playing.
It'll be Yurka now at quarterback in the gun, all alone in the backfield. Pitches it out wide to Nastasi. Nastasi makes a move, but he's tackled for a loss and pushed out of bounds.
That's got to be the 10th screen we've seen from State College. Yurka, once again, finally back in QB. We talked about that before the end of the half. And that first play loses about 1.5 yards. It's not what you want to see, especially coming out of the break.
State High has that 2-quarterback system. It's worked well all season. Yurka's still in there. The other quarterback, Furmanik's out wide to the left.
Once again, Michael Gall in the slot.
Yurka relays the calls to his offensive line. Sheffy's to his left. Fakes the ball to Sheffy. Pitches it out to Furmanik out wide. Furmanik makes a man miss, picks up about 3. And that play was a throw from one quarterback to another.
Again, just another quick pass. They're getting the ball out very fast. They're not looking downfield at all in this game. And I'm wondering if they really just don't trust their receivers to get open, or that this Central Dauphin secondary has been giving them problems.
Furmanik now split out wide to the right. And you know when he has those blue gloves on, he's lined up at wide receiver. Yurka's in the gun. Brings a man in motion. Drops back. Heaves it across the middle to Furmanik. Furmanik makes a man miss. He's still going downfield. He'll be brought down, but a great passing play right there from State High. Just when we mentioned they kept it short, they put the ball a little bit deeper there. Picks up a nice gain.
Well, there we go. Furmanik makes a catch over the middle of the field. Didn't get hit. Was not afraid to. Now we're near the midfield at the 44-yard line.
State High, first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Little Lions. And their passing attack, with the arm of Owen Yurka, has them in the middle of the field. Yurka fakes the pitch to the right. He runs it up the middle. He's got a first down and more. Bumbling and stumbling down the middle of the field. He'll pick up about 20 for another Little Lions first down.
Broke about 3 or 4 tackles on that run. Yurka just bouncing off men left and right. Got another first down. State College moving in big chunks.
First down.
It's a really interesting offensive philosophy here for State High. 2 quarterbacks with 2 very unique skill sets. And it works. It works very well.
Both effective, both very talented.
Yurka in the gun. Hands it off to Sheffy up the middle. He looks for room. He bounces to the outside. and picks up a first down. 3 first downs now for State High on this drive.
State High coming right off the rip, just running right down the field, no hesitation. Central Dauphin's defense doesn't even know what's going on.
24. That's a State High first down.
And this offense is showing a little bit of variety, a little bit of run, a little bit of pass, short pass, long pass, run inside, run outside. Very difficult offense to slow down. Yurka hands to Sheffy, and he'll run for a short gain.
He was hit at the line of scrimmage, got 5 yards. That's perfect. Beautiful from the power running standpoint.
Sheffy on the carry, a gain of 4. Tackle made by David Chase III.
This offense now at the 20-yard line. Central Dauphin doing the best they can to slow them down. Yurka fakes the snap, trying to draw the defensive line off sides. It does not work. Sheffy now moves to the quarterback's left. Sheffy will take the ball here, up the middle, for another short gain. And State High will have a 3rd and short.
That run was set up by the 2 tight ends who were set up a little bit behind the right tackle and the right guard. They plugged it up, they pushed it right up the middle, and they opened a huge hole for Sheffy to get it really close to a first down.
So it'll be 3rd and about 1 here for the Little Lions. They line up in that 2 tight end formation again. Yurka sends Sheffy to his left. Takes the snap, gives it off to Sheffy. Sheffy tries to make something happen, but he is swallowed in the backfield.
Carried by Deontay Sheffy.
It looks like he's shaking up again. He's loading it up on the field. He's lying flat on his back. He's already come out of the game once, and now they're calling timeout to take a look at him. He'll have to come off for at least 1 play.
Sheffy has taken some big hits today. It'll be 4th down and short for State High. We're going to take a break right here on CNET. When we come back, we'll have a 4th down attempt by the Little Lions. Welcome back here to Memorial Fields. 4th and short here for the Little Lions. The great freshman running back, Deontay Sheffy, was injured on the play. It didn't look as serious as his injury earlier in the game. He was able to walk off to the sideline. But it'll be the offense here on the field for State High. Yurka at quarterback. Matt Wall, his running back, next to him.
I would love to see Wall run a wheel route to the left side. There's nobody there.
Yurka relaying the calls to the offensive line. And Wall shifts over to his left. A whistle on the field. It'll be a timeout from State College. So State College comes out of the injury timeout with the offense on the field for the 4th and short, but it seems like they want a little bit more time to think things over.
I'm wondering if they just did that to see if they could try and draw Central Dauphin off sides. I mean, they have a good field goal kicker. If you kick it, you're up by 16, which is, it's still 2 possessions, but you got to get both 2-point conversions. So I'm thinking they had really no intention of running a play there. I'd be surprised if the offense came back out.
Yeah, it was an interesting call there from State High, and you wonder if they can pick up this first down if they do go for it, and they're able to score on this drive. With the clock ticking the way it is, with just over 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, it puts Central Dauphin in a really, really tough spot late in the game.
You said it. I mean, this first drive, almost halfway through the 3rd quarter, Central Dauphin has got to make a stop as the offense is coming back out on the field.
So it's Yurka at quarterback for Manick out wide to the right. Matt Wall in the backfield again at running back. Yurka takes the snap, fakes it up the middle, tries to get the ball off. It's intercepted. Intercepted by the Central Dauphin defense. They brought the pressure into the backfield. Yurka tried to make something happen, but an ill-advised throw right there on 4th down.
Couldn't have done it any better myself, Jack. That was an ill-advised throw by Yurka. Now both quarterbacks have thrown an interception today. First one was not Fermanak's fault. Yurka right here, that's a bad interception. I don't really know what you could have done more there. Maybe you should try to throw it more towards the far side. You still have a chance to kick that field goal, and now State College left 3 points on the board.
So now Central Dauphin comes up with a big stop on 4th down. Their offense on the field. Lynn's in the backfield all alone. He drops back to throw, pitches it out wide. Caught and wrestled out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Looks to be David Chase. Excuse me, it's Devin Shepard, the running back, split out wide at wide receiver there.
Pass complete to Devin Shepard, a gain of 5.
Central Dauphin really just has not had that much success passing the football. If they're gonna come closer in this game, they're gonna have to break off a huge run.
Central Dauphin loves to put 7 or 8 guys on the offensive line. They do it again here. It's a run to the outside for Shepard. And he'll pick up the first down. A nice outside run play right there for the Rams.
Your Central Dauphin stopping State College on 4th down in the red zone. That's got to be a huge momentum swing for you. You've got to take advantage of it. They're doing it right now. Another first down.
With a 1st and 10 at the Rams 28.
Lynn giving his calls to his wide receivers. Takes the snap, throws it out wide again. Looks to be a similar play. This time State High stops them for a short gain.
Looks to be the exact play call. Just trying it again, see if it worked. They got a couple of yards, but not much, nothing of really significance.
So the Rams get on the ball quickly here. They're trying to catch this State High defense off balance. And these 2 running backs for Central Dauphin, Shepard and Chase, are featured in this offense all over the field. It'll be a run to Chase to the outside. He cuts up the middle, but there's nowhere to go.
State College defense just swallowed Chase up right there. You saw him going to the far side. He tried to turn the corner, realized he couldn't do it. Wanted to utilize his speed, maybe try to cut back, reverse his field. Ran into Will Stone.
So 3rd and 6 here for the Rams. 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. 13-0 Little Lions. Lynn in the shotgun, takes the snap, rolls out to his left, looks deep. He's looking for Chase, but it's incomplete. One of the few deep shots we've seen this Central Dauphin offense take so far tonight.
It looked like Chase had the defenders beat by just a step. Cooper Brushwood in coverage along with Owen Yurka. He had him beat, but he threw it in double coverage, overthrew him, and now they're going to have to punt.
A big 3rd down stop right there by State High. It looked like this Rams offense was moving a little bit, but the punt is away. Salazar will take it at the 35. Tries to cut up field, but he's taken down just over the 40. So we thought we were going to see a little bit of momentum there from the Rams, but on a big third down, State High stops him.
I mean, what can you do? This State College defense, especially the up front guys, they've just been pounding the backfield all day long. But if I'm Central Dauphin, you know, they've punted a lot on fourth and relatively short, fourth and manageable. You're running out of time here. Yes, you got a quarter and a half left to play. You're only down by 2 possessions, but at some point you're going to have to take a chance because it's going to take some kind of magic to beat this State College team.
Yurka still in at quarterback for State High. Fermanic, the wide receiver, on the near side of the field. Yurka takes the snap, drops back, tosses it across the middle. Dangerous pass right there from Yurka, almost intercepted. It'll be second down.
Second consecutive ill-advised pass from Yurka. You saw it right there. Number 31, Xander, he tipped it, was almost intercepted, intended for his tight end, Scortis. You've got to be careful. You have to just, the football is the priority. You got to keep it safe.
Got to keep the football safe here with not necessarily a big lead for State High, but they're looking to add to it. Yurka in the shotgun, keeps it himself, has some room on the outside, makes one man miss, picks up a solid chunk of yards to create a third and short here for the Little Lions.
If I'm State College right here, I may want to go with more of a Kyle Shanahan mindset. You have 2 possession lead, just run the ball, take some time off the clock. Don't waste time with the pass. You know, you've got a spectacular running back in Sheffy, and Yurka has looked shaky over the last couple of drives.
A great all-around running game here from State High, and you said it. If they want to seal this victory, keep the ball on the ground. Yurka takes it up the middle himself. He'll get the first down and more.
There you go. It's just smash mouth football, running right up the gut. Even with your quarterback, he's not your average quarterback. He can run. He is a tough kid, and he got the first down. The clock continues to move.
43. That's a State High first down.
So State High here at the Central Dauphin 48-yard line. We've seen them cross the 50-yard line on almost all of their drives here today. Have only come away with 13 points, but they're trying to add to that lead and put away this Rams team that's really played a great game tonight. Yurka in the backfield, gives off to Sheffy. And Sheffy will get a few yards there. A pickup of 1, maybe 2.
Sheffy on the carry for State College, a gain of 1.
This reminds me a little bit of Penn State versus Illinois last year, where Penn State didn't play its best game, and Illinois came to play with, especially with their defense, and they end up taking away. They got a ranked victory in Beaver Stadium, and if State College isn't careful, Central Dauphin really could put the hammer down.
State High has controlled the time of possession. They've controlled the ball for much of the game. But Central Dauphin has played as well as they could have. They are still in this, only down 13 points. Yurka takes the ball up the middle, and he's brought down for a loss. An excellent play right there for the Rams defense. And like we said, State College in control, but the Rams continue to make great plays to keep this thing close.
Especially, that was a really nice play there by Devin Shepard. He got behind the line of scrimmage, tackled Yurka easily, and now that sets up a 3rd and long for State College as they want to just keep putting points up on the board. Not sure if they can do that, especially with the way Yurka has been playing in this half.
Clock ticking down here in the 3rd quarter. The Little Lions looking to add to their lead. Yurka rolls to his left, now looks right, doesn't see anybody. Trying to make something happen, he just throws the ball away here. It was a 3rd and long, couldn't find anybody open, and he opts to throw the ball out of bounds.
And it looks like the offense is staying on the field. And now they'll come off. I was about to say, 4th and 8 at your own 41-yard line, you're going to keep the offense on the field? I guess that's exactly what they're doing. Oh, no. they are bringing Kasabowski to punt.
Yeah, it looks like they will punt here, but they certainly thought about going for it on 4th down. This is a confident team. This offense has scored at will this season, and this is one of the toughest tests they've had so far. Still with a 13-point lead, but they're going to try and pin the Rams deep here in their own territory. Here's the punt. It's a high, booming punt. Bounces at about the 5-yard line. It's tipped right around the 1. And it's down at the 1-yard line. A great play right there from State High's punt team.
I thought that punt right off the foot might have gone way back into the end zone, and I saw Brushwood near the 1-yard line. He tipped it in, kept it from going out there, and State High, great job. First down inside the 1.
So this Central Dauphin offense has not found the end zone, has not found any points so far tonight, and they're backed up in their own territory. If there was any time to jump back into this game and have a big drive, it would be right here, but they're going to need 99 yards to do it. It'll be a run to the outside for Chase. He's got the sideline. 20. Down at about the 28-yard line. A big run right there out of their own end zone.
I thought that one of the only ways that Central Dauphin could score in this game was going to be a defensive score, but right there, that is a huge chunk play to give them some breathing room. Great job there by David Chase.
And it looks like Chase is now in at quarterback. We've seen 2 different quarterbacks here for the Rams tonight. It was Chase to start off the game, then Travis Lynn, and now the Rams are back to Chase. He'll hand it off to Shepard. Shepard stumbles ahead for about 4 yards.
If you remember, we go back to the first series of the game. David Chase was the quarterback on a little bit of a wildcat formation, and those plays worked really well. There was a couple of flags on that first series, but other than that, State College looked discombobulated. They were not ready for it.
2nd and 6 here. Chase back in at quarterback. Has caught a few passes tonight. Had his fair share of runs. And he'll run it forward. Tries to bounce to the outside. There's nothing there. And he'll pick up about 2.
Maybe the elements of surprise is gone. You saw it before. You saw it the first play of this drive. He got that huge 27-yard run, and now you have 3rd and short. You may want to bring Lynn in. They're not going to. They're going to keep it with Chase as that wildcat quarterback, and you have McCullough and Shepard in the back to help you.
Chase in the shotgun. Clock ticking here in the 3rd quarter.
They don't have to run a play.
And it looks like they won't. So to start the 3rd quarter, Central Dauphin backed up on their own 1-yard line, but they're driving. State High has a 13-point lead. When we come back here on CNET, it'll be the 4th quarter of action here from Memorial Field. Welcome back here to Memorial Field. Jack Flanagan, John Colavita. It's the 4th quarter, and State High has a 13-0 lead. Central Dauphin with a 3rd and short here. They need to get a first down to stay in this game.
2-possession game. Central Dauphin's been held scoreless this whole game. State College been held scoreless. in the second half so far, and they're sticking with David Chase at quarterback on this 3rd and 3.
Chase and Shepard in the backfield. And it looks like Central Dauphin is going to take a timeout. So they had the quarter break to figure out what they wanted to do on this big 3rd down, but they need a little bit more time. What do you expect from this offense on this big play?
I'm expecting the handoff to Shepard. Just going into the outside, see if he can pick up a big run. If you're going to give it to Shepard, he's going to get 3, unless you can get Castro Dixon into the backfield or Mayer into the backfield. I think State College is going to blitz.
And this offense for Central Dauphin, ever since David Chase came in at quarterback, it's been pretty one-dimensional. A lot of runs up the middle, and you know, whether he's at running back or quarterback, they like to keep the ball in his hands, and it's worked pretty well so far.
I think this is a game that State College has needed. They only played really one close game that really, that nail-biter at the end when they scored that 2-point conversion against Downingtown East. But other than that, these games have all been blowouts.
So here's Chase in the gun. 3rd and a few yards to go. He'll take it up the middle himself, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. A great play again from the Little Lions defense.
Chase the 3rd on the carry. Michael Gall leading the defensive charge for State.
The Rams really needed that 1st down.
They'll bring up 4th down.
4th and short now. And they're making a lot of...
They're going to punt. I mean, again, this is just... Oh, no. I mean, they're bringing in... Oh, no, they're going to punt. I don't understand this. Yes, you're in your own territory, but you don't have much time. And State College has shown that they can just drive the ball down the field at will.
The punt is away. Salazar will return again. Changes direction, cuts up field. A good gain right there on the punt return. And you're right, a questionable decision right there from the Rams in their own territory, but the clock is running and they're down by 13 points. Now it looks like there is a flag on the play here.
Flags are down.
I just think that Central Dauphin is just playing too conservatively. They're not taking chances. I mean, I'm not a football coach. I don't claim to be a football coach, but I would have gone for it right there, especially when your offense just hasn't been showing much. Maybe he has more faith in his defense to score than his offense.
Well, we've seen some great plays from this defense so far tonight. State High has had plenty of opportunities to put points on the board, and it's still only a 13-0 score. It looks like on the punt it was holding on State High, so the ball will be moved back a little bit. And this Little Lions offense will have a lot of field to work with to try and increase their lead.
There's been 10 penalties in this game. State College has committed 6 of them. Central Dauphin's committed 4 of them. And I think that's something that they may want to work on for next week, because this team, they look like they're headed to be 5-0. They're going to need to clean up the little things if they want to make a run in the playoffs.
So Furmanek is back now at quarterback. Sheffy to his left. He'll fake the handoff. Pitch it out wide to Nastasi. Nastasi picks up about 8 on the pass.
I mean, Furmanek back at quarterback right now. I mean, I think that Matt Lintal has maybe seen enough of Owen Yurka just for this game, just because he hasn't been his best. He hasn't been himself, and I bet you he'll tell you himself this wasn't one of his better games. And I think that State College, they should just run the clock out. I mean, Sheffy's still in the game because it is close, but I wouldn't. Maybe after this series, you take him out. Because he's had to come off the field 2 different times because of injury.
2 different injuries tonight we've seen from Sheffy. But he's still in there. Man comes in motion behind Furmanek. But he'll give it up to Sheffy up the middle. And this Central Dauphin defense swallows him behind the line. This defense continues to show up to keep their team in the game.
They are. They've had it all game long. I mean, holding the State College team who came into the game averaging 44 points per game to just 13 through 3+ quarters is huge.
So 3rd and short now here for the Little Lions. Ball on their own 29-yard line. Furmanek in the gun. 3 wide receivers. He'll roll to his right. Got some room to run. He's going to take it himself. He picks up the first down and some more yards down at the 40-yard line. A nice first down conversion right there from State High.
That was a little dangerous. Fermanac did get the first down. He shows how athletic he is. But he had gotten the first down and he ran right into that defender. I want to see him slide down, protect himself, because the reason this two-quarterback system works is there is two of them, and they're both successful. If you take one away, it just pulls away an element out of State College's game, especially like Fermanac, who is also a great receiver.
Fermanac is an excellent receiver. We haven't seen many plays from him on the outside tonight, but great quarterback. He'll fake the pitch here, run it up the middle, and pick up about 4.
Keeps the ball on the ground, keeps the clock moving. That's another 40 seconds gone.
Just over 9 minutes to go in the game. It looks like State High is going to try and run the clock out as much as they can here tonight. But still a close game. The Rams of Central Dauphin High are certainly still in this. Fermanac in the gun. Now he'll pitch it out to Sheffy. Sheffy is swallowed behind the line of scrimmage. Didn't really have much room to run there.
That's something you see once in a blue moon. Deontay Sheffy losing yards and losing a significant amount of yards. Now it's 3rd and long.
3rd and long, and some great plays right here from the Central Dauphin defense. We haven't really seen a lot of big plays today from State High. Credit the Rams defense. Still in this game, but a big play right here. About 3rd and 13 yards to go.
If I'm Central Dauphin, I might bring the house here just because your best chance to score, if they've seen, is off a turnover. They can get to the backfield. They're only going to rush 3.
Fermanac drops back to throw. He's looking for Nastasi. Overthrows him out of bounds. It'll be 4th down.
Good job by Central Dauphin. They're going to induce a punt. State College is not going to go for it. They're up by too much to even worry about that. They're going to trust in their defense, which has really worked all night long. But Central Dauphin, if they don't score right here, and if they don't do it quickly, this game is as good as over.
So just under 8 minutes to go here, and it'll be Ian Brandt back to kick. And for the Rams, Mateo Crummel. The punt is up. It is short. Bounces just about across the 50-yard line. Downed at the 47, and Central Dauphin will get great field position here, down 13 points in the 4th quarter.
That was only a net punt of 10 yards. I mean, they kicked it from the 42. Now it's on the 48. That's just not what you want to see from your veteran punter, who's shown he had a really nice punt the last time around, and it was a knuckler off his foot, didn't get his A ball.
So another Central Dauphin drive means another change at quarterback. It'll be Travis Lynn again at quarterback. Chase split out wide, comes in motion now. He'll get the ball. He reverses it back to a wide receiver. In trouble here in the backfield, but he's able to make a play out of it. All of that running, just 1 yard there from Mateo Crummel. But you see the Central Dauphin offense going to the back of the playbook to try and get back into this game.
It might be too little too late. They're finally showing some creativity outside of the Wildcat formation, and it only netted them 2 yards.
Sam Mayer on the tackle.
So 2nd and 8 here. Ball on the 50-yard line. And the Central Dauphin offense should look to put the ball in the air a little bit more, but we will see. There'll be a carry up the middle for McCullough. McCullough's tackled for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and 5.
One thing I've noticed about this game, Jack, that's different than 2 weeks ago, is the fact that this crowd is not as raucous. State College was putting up points left and right. The crowd was into it. And I wonder if that's a factor. State College is not feeling that extra oomph they would get from a very raucous and loud and raunchy crowd.
Definitely a little quieter here tonight. A big play right here for both teams. Lynn rolls to his right, looking for somebody to throw it to, and he just has to throw it away out of bounds. Really nowhere to go with the ball there. It'll be 4th down.
And this is where I want to see Central Dauphin go for it. They haven't gone for it on 4th down at all this whole game, and they have to. We're about halfway through the 4th quarter, not much time left. Still got to score at least 2 touchdowns. I mean, they got to go for it.
Looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field here. And you're right, this is a big play. Central Dauphin has had plenty of opportunities to go for fourth and short yardage situations. They've punted all night. Tonight they'll go for it here. Man coming in motion. Travis Lynn looks for somebody to throw the ball to, but he gets sacked in the backfield. Big play right there from the Little Lion defense. And still no points on the board for Central Dauphin.
Ty Salazar with the sack, coming in at a perfect time for State College. And honestly, I was going to say it was 4th and 5 right there. It may as well have been 4th in the game. State College is going to take over, and I really don't see what Central Dauphin can do to just resist this Lions attack. This game could be over. Barring a turnover, barring an unexpected turnover. With State College, they just got to hold on to the football. You know, execute, run the clock out, and this game is yours. You start the season 5-0.
State High 6 minutes away from continuing their great season. Already 4 wins, no losses, looking to continue that undefeated streak. Furmanek in the gun again. He fakes the ball to Sheffy, takes it himself. I'm sorry, that's Owen Yurka at quarterback now. And we've seen both teams kind of bounce back and forth with a few different quarterbacks.
I mean, Yurka did his job. I mean, he did lose a yard. He stayed in bounds. The clock keeps running. If I'm State College, I'm not snapping this football. And there's 25 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to snap it. But I'm not snapping this football until it's down to 0.
So Yurka in the gun now. 2 tight ends in the backfield. Sheffy is back deep with him. Quarterbacks continue to get the calls from the sideline and relay it to their teammates. Here's the snap. Hand off to Sheffy. Sheffy finds some room up the middle. He bounces it to the outside, turns on the Jets. Deontay Sheffy scores. What a run right there from the freshman running back.
Touchdown run.
That was Sheffy's 8th touchdown of the season, 50 yards. This kid really came to play. I told you, Jack, his big run was coming. He broke it off right there, and that is what Deontay Sheffy brings to the State College team, and that is the dagger.
Well, we've seen Sheffy get the ball plenty of times tonight. We've seen him suffer a few injuries, but that was the run we were waiting for. This freshman standout running back is electric, and you saw it right there.
I think they're saying he was out of bounds. They didn't put the 19 on the scoreboard. I think they say Sheffy might have stepped out at the 1 or 2.
Well, the call on the field was a touchdown from the referee on the sideline, but it looks like no one on the field really knows what the call was. And it looks like they are going to call him out of bounds on the 4-yard line. It certainly looked like from up here he scored the touchdown. Nonetheless, a great play right there from the freshman.
That's just bad luck. Deontay Sheffy has had his 2nd touchdown called back today. One was a flag, this one he stepped out of bounds. I wouldn't be surprised they just gave it right back to him.
So now, still a 13-0 game. Just over 5 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. And State High still needs to put away Central Dauphin. This game is not over yet.
It's not over, but this touchdown, as I said before, we thought it was a touchdown. If you get in the end zone, that is the dagger, and that really could be the end.
Yeah, that's a big break right there for the Rams. That touchdown, you're right, that would have ended the game. But if they can come up with some magic here, backed up in their own end zone, they can certainly come back and try and make a game out of this. Yurka is at quarterback. Furmanek out wide at wide receiver.
John Scott at running back.
Scott is at running back. Yurka rolls to his right, looks left. but it's incomplete. Was looking for the tight end there. Overthrown a little bit, and it'll be second down.
This is huge. This is a huge goal line stand for Central Dauphin. If they can hold State College to just 3, it's still a two possession game. If they let them get in for 6, that's 3 possessions.
A timeout on the field here.
2-point conversion is no good.
Oh, so it was a touchdown and they went for 2.
19, Central Dauphin.
So on the field, they said it was out of bounds at the 4, and then they went for 2, and that's weird.
So really unclear mixed signals there from the referees on the field. It was a touchdown by Sheffy on that 50-yard run. We just witnessed the 2-point conversion. It wasn't just us. Even the PA announcer here was a little confused as to what was going on the field.
I mean, you see something new every time you come to any sporting event, and just a confusion all around. I mean, the scoreboard didn't change. They were on the 4-yard line. I mean, they tried to go for 2 to go up 3 scores, go up 20 and even 21. Just a non-occurrence.
So State High now with a 19-point lead after the Deontay Sheffy touchdown run. The referees still conversing here on the field. Not really sure what it's all about, but now they give the kicker the okay. And he sends it short and right, close to the sideline. It's picked up and downed at right about the 25-yard line. So Central Dauphin down 19 points here, just over 5 minutes to go in the game. What do you want to see from this offense to try and put some kind of drive together?
I mean, you don't want to get shut out. That hurts. You want to put some points together. The game is out of reach at this point. You got 5 and change to score 2 touchdowns, 2-point conversions, and a field goal.
So Lynn drops back to throw. He's going to look deep for his man on the outside, and it is caught on the sideline, then dropped. It was a catch. It was a fumble, and then it was a recovery by Mateo Crummel.
That's the longest play of the night. That's exactly what I wanted to see from Central Dauphin. Show some signs of life. Now they have a sense of urgency. I want to see them run that same exact play.
So the offense gets on the ball. Lynn hands it up the middle. McCullough on the carry. Pickup of about 5. And after that big play, the Rams are looking to finally put the ball in the end zone.
As the clock ticks under 5 minutes to go, I mean, if you're Travis Lane, you got to be looking for the end zone.
So Lynn looks to the outside. It's almost picked off right there by the State High corner.
That was Salazar. And I'll tell you right now, Jack, he had nothing but green turf in front of him. That was going 80 yards to the house.
That would have effectively ended the game if it's not over already. But Lynn will bring a man in motion. It's Chase, but Lynn will keep it himself. He bounces to the outside, and he's able to pick up the first down. Out of bounds at around the 13-yard line.
Central Dauphin moving into the red zone, finally having some semblance of offense here in the end, near the end of the 4th quarter. For a moral win, for a moral victory, get some points on the board.
Lynn with 2 running backs next to him. He hands it off to Shepard, and Shepard's able to pick up a few yards here on the inside run.
Pounding it right up the gut, moving it closer near the end zone, gained about 5 yards inside the 10 now.
Just over 4 minutes to go here, and Lynn will hand it off again. This time it's Shepard. Tries to go to the outside, but a nice play right there. Will Stone on the tackle. Comes down from the safety position to make a good play.
Shepard again trying to bounce it outside, trying to get to the corner. And really, State College has shown that up and down the field. They can make those plays. You're not going to beat them like that. You have to run it up the gut, try to get it through that stout defensive line.
So 3rd and short here for the Rams. It'll be a handoff up the middle. McCullough reaching for the end zone, and he's got the score. Central Dauphin finally gets the ball in the end zone here in the 4th quarter, and they're not done yet.
That's the 2nd straight game that Kyle McCullough has scored a rushing touchdown, and you got to go for 2. You have to.
Looks like the coaches are talking with the players in the field, trying to decide what they're going to do. But they're putting the ball on the left hash, which is a sign that they are going to go for 2.
And they're going to probably have to go for the onside kick. I mean, even at this point, you'd still be down 2 possessions, at least.
Here's Lynn rolling to his right, pitches the ball into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. So Central Dauphin's offense struggled to put the ball downfield all game, and we saw a great drive from them right there. Now 8 points on the board.
I mean, that absolute bomb from Travis Lynn to Mateo Crummel down the far sideline. If he had made that, if he had kept control of that, that's all the way. That's a touchdown the entire way, because he made a great job going over the head of the defender. Looked like Brushwood on that play. A great job going up and getting the football. Could have taken it to the house, just fumbled it, but they ended up scoring just a couple of minutes later, and those couple of minutes could be crucial.
Could be crucial minutes here late in the 4th quarter. State High up 19-8.
State High got to be bringing out their hands team.
And it looks like they are. A lot of single-digit numbers, a lot of wide receivers and running backs on the field.
Spearheaded by Finn Fermanack with his bright blue patented gloves.
Those are his wide receiver gloves. So they're ready for the onside kick. We'll see if that's what Central Dauphin's going to do here. And it looks like they will. Just over 3.5 minutes to go in this game. Central Dauphin clawed their way back in with a great drive and a 2-point conversion. This is a big play here. And here's the kick. Bouncing through, and it is recovered by the Little Lions. Not quite the kick that Central Dauphin wanted. A little bit of a ground ball there, and State High is able to secure it.
It's a great job. They recovered it, just went right down like you're supposed to, just like you're taught. And now State College can seemingly run the clock out. And I just want to mention on the Central Dauphin's defensive side, the one man who we thought about going into the game, Jet Franz, has been quiet tonight. Was top 5 in the state in sacks. I haven't seen anything from him.
Dangerous defensive player that really hasn't made a lot of big plays tonight. Yurka in the backfield at quarterback. He'll hand it off to Sheffy. Sheffy bounces to the outside, cuts up the middle. Picks up around 10, and another great run there by the freshman.
This just shows his stamina. You know, it's late in the game where guys are usually huffing and puffing, and, you know, Central Dauphin may be tired, but Deontay Chevy is taking advantage of it.
It'll be a first down right there from State High. The clock is running, and they're certainly taking their time getting these calls from the sideline.
Just a couple of more first downs, and they'll have the game. Now as we...
Yurka in the gun. Hands it off to Sheffy again. Sheffy bounces it inside for a short gain. And this looks like the conservative end-of-game offense for State High with a 11-point lead here.
So, Jack, as the seconds tick away, who's your MVP of this game? Because I got mine.
Well, we've seen a lot of great performances here from State High. Certainly that run just a few minutes ago by the freshman Deontay Sheffy is something that's going to stand out in my mind. 2 injuries, but a lot of great runs, and really put this offense on his back. And they're going to lean on him here. He'll get another run up the middle for just about 2 to 3 yards.
And
Your MVP?
Michael Gall. You know, he got that touchdown at the beginning of the game, and he's made a couple of really, really nice defensive stops, especially against dynamic players like Chase, like Shepard, like, you know, Crummell. He's been there the whole night, and he got the scoring started. He set the tone.
So this State High offense, we're used to seeing a lot of points out of them. Just 19 tonight, but the way they can just kind of sit on the ball here and run out the clock shows how effective they are and how dynamic they are. Yerkel will keep it himself. He'll run to the outside, trucks over a few defenders, and picks up the first down.
That'll just about do it. They just got to kneel on the ball 2 more times. And State College has their 5th victory, 5-0 to begin the season.
State High will move to 5-0. Central Dauphin will move to 1-4 on the season. But certainly a great performance from the Rams. We were expecting a little bit more of a scoring margin here by State High, but Central Dauphin has certainly stayed in this game all night. Looks like there is an injury timeout on the field. Looks like the running back and linebacker, Devin Shepard, for Central Dauphin, limped over to the sideline.
It's minute 3 to go. State College, again, it wasn't their best game. I would call this more of a gut check game where they're going to have a lot of stuff to improve on in the film room tomorrow, especially on their discipline. A lot of penalties tonight, a lot of holdings. They'd like to clean that up on the offensive line if they're going to make a run deep into the fall.
And it looks like they're in the victory formation here.
But despite the fact that the two teams coming into today came in on different schneiden, you know, one team losing, one team winning. This is a big win for State College because it's the first time in 4 years that they've beaten Central Dauphin.
And Fermanek will knee the ball. 20 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. The Little Lions are going to take this one with a score of 19-8. Defensive battle between both teams. And the Little Lions will move to 5-0 on the season.
Central Dauphin, one of those teams that's always good year in and year out, essentially, you know, the last 3 years. But I will say, State College was just, they were not on their offensive game tonight, but their defense showed up just like they always do.
On behalf of the State College Area School District and State High Athletics, we thank you for your support of Little Lion football and for making us better together. From all of us with State High Athletics,
so 19 points here for State College. An offense that we're used to seeing score close to 30, maybe even 40 points at times. But a lot of composure late in the game. Varied running attack. A lot of different weapons they used on offense today. And they were tested. Central Dauphin's defense came to play. Final score here at Memorial Field. State High 19, Central Dauphin 8. What did you see tonight that you liked from State High?
I saw a great defensive effort. You know, when you keep a team scoreless through the entire game pretty much, just until that last couple of minutes, that's always great. I loved what I saw from Ty Salazar as a corner. He had a couple of nice pass defended. And then obviously Michael Gall on the offensive and defensive side making tackles left and right. And as we talked about just a couple of minutes ago, he scored that first touchdown. As I called it in the slot, I want to see more from him as this season moves forward.
Saw a very tough performance tonight from Deontay Sheffy, our second time calling a State High game. Another great performance from him, just a freshman, and was able to really pick up some big runs in the second half.
He really was, especially with that really long 50-yard touchdown run that confused pretty much everyone here in the stadium. Didn't know it was a touchdown until they called it the pass attempt, a 2-point conversion. But Sheffy put the team on his back late in the game, came off 2 injuries where he had to come off the field. Just shows that the toughness of this kid and how important Matt Lintal knows he is for this team.
Well, State High moves to 5-0 on the season. Central Dauphin falls to 1-4. For John Colavita, I'm Jack Flanagan. Thank you for watching Pennsylvania high school football here on CNET.